at home. One way to practice reading fluency at home is to do a read aloud. This means someone at a higher reading level than the child would read a book aloud. There are many benefits to read alouds. The first is that you can model fluent reading for your child. No matter your child's age or ability level, children need frequent modeling of fluent reading. Number 2, it shows kids that the struggle is worth it. When we choose books that both we and our kids enjoy, we help them to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Struggling through a hard book isn't fun, but enjoying a hilarious tale with a loved one is. Number 3, it improves their vocabulary. By reading books aloud, we challenge kids with vocabulary they won't find in their own reading material at their independent level. Number 4, it improves comprehension. Quality read-alouds provide the opportunity for higher level thinking. While you're reading with your child, you can ask questions that they might not think to answer on their own. Number 5, it helps develop background knowledge. Background knowledge is key for understanding concepts in other school subjects and in everyday life. You can make connections to other subjects, to real-life activities, to the world, or to other texts that you have read with your child. And number 6, it's fun. How many activities are fun, free, and a good bonding experience for a parent and child? Reading aloud fits that bill. Not sure what books to read aloud with your child? Visit whatdowedoallday.com/books-for-kids for suggested books. Another way to practice oral reading fluency at home is to have children listen and follow along with audio readings. A large listening library is a great resource at home and easy to create. You can buy audiobooks on things like iTunes or an app like Audible. You can also borrow audiobooks from the public library for free. Make sure that if you create a listening library, you have a designated spot in your home that is specific for listening to the books. What are sight words, you say? They're high-frequency words. When a child sees the word in writing, they know the word by memorization. Here is a video on how you can practice sight words at home. Reader's theater requires no sets or costumes and is a fantastic way to improve fluency. Children take turns reading their parts from a script and bring the text alive through their voices. To create a script, create an original play with speaking parts, or adapt a familiar story by typing up the parts into several speaking sections. Looking for free done-for-you scripts already? Get them here. Go to thebestclass.org/rtsscripts.html or teachingheart.net/readerstheater. If your child has a sibling at home, have them read together in a pair. The children take turns reading by sentence, paragraph, or page. This can be done in a one-to-one situation. Or if you have multiple children, they can practice taking turns in pairs of 3 or even 4. This can also be done with an adult and a child taking turns if there are no other children in the home. Repeated readings or stopwatch readings are instructional practices of rereading the same text to help students practice fluency. Children are repeatedly exposed to the same words, which should help children recognize them more efficiently. Goals are set to gradually increase the reading rate and accuracy. Once this is accomplished, children move on to the next, more difficult task. Reading A to Z offers free reading fluency passages. You can choose a short passage of 100 to 200 words if you go to readingatozee.com. If you choose not to use Reading A to Z, there are many other sites online that provide free reading passages. Repeated readings or stopwatch readings are easy to do at home, and they are a quick practice of reading fluency. First, you'll set a stopwatch for 1 minute and have your child read a passage with as few errors as possible. Once your child finishes after the 1 minute, you would then stop and talk to your child about the words that they did not read correctly. Practice those words with them. Have them correct those words. Repeatedly pronounce those words and determine the meaning of those words. Then set a timer again for 1 minute and ask your child to read the passage a second time. You can do this up to 3 times in one setting. Use a graph to track the number of words your child reads per minute. It's very important for your child to track his or her progress. Seeing that information in a visual format helps your kids to understand if they are improving or if they need more supports. It also helps to keep kids motivated to improve their skills. If you click on the link, you can find a graph template that you can use, or you can search on Google for a fluency graph.
So this is a story we're going to use to practice your fluency. It's called Team Colors. In this story, Madison is trying to figure out the perfect gift to buy her or buy for her favorite coach, Miss Acosta. Okay? So you're going to read it 3 different times, and each time we're going to time you and see how many words you get in a minute. And then afterwards we'll figure out how many words you got in a minute, and I'll coach you if you had any tricky words. And then we'll do it 3 times, and we're just looking for you to get a little bit more each time, because that shows more fluency. All right? When you are ready, you may begin.
Madison's favorite coach was Miss Acosta. Madison wanted to give Mr. Acosta a gift, but she didn't have any money. She used money to pay.
All right, that was well done. So 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So that time you got 65 words in a minute, and you did a nice job fixing coach. Here at the end of this word, you said fingers. Check your ending there. What's that word?
Finger.
There you go. Great fixing. And right here, this was a tricky word. So
Third.
oh, you fixed it. Because now do you understand she's making something?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's using the salt and the flour. This was a tricky word for you. So I noticed sometimes, because that was the first time you read it, you were figuring out some hard words. So this time I want you to see if you can put the words together a little bit faster, more like talking. She twirled her necklace on her finger. Just like that. You try it.
She twirled her necklace on her finger.
Oh, lovely. All right, my friend. Are you ready for a second go round? Okay, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Encourage your child to reread their favorite books. The more they read, the better they get at reading. Model positive reading behavior, and this sets the tone for reading in your household. If you show your child that you enjoy reading, they're more likely to enjoy it as well. This gives them the confidence and the accuracy and the speed that they need to be fluent readers without focusing on just reading, and instead more on comprehending and mimicking expressions. Choral reading is a specific type of repeated reading. First, read a book several times until your child is familiar with it. Then have your child read the book at the same time as you. Nursery rhymes, songs, and funny poems are fantastic for choral reading. Echo reading is a type of repeating reading as well. With echo reading, the adult will show the book to the child and point to the words as they read them. Then you point to the words as well when your child echoes or reads the words aloud, copying the words that the adult said.
Reading is when you model read with your child. So you are reading a page or a line together so that you're modeling expression, you're modeling fluency, you're modeling the vocabulary so that your student can kind of practice along with you and they can self-correct while they're doing it. And we can do it together, and then it may move in on these.
Friends or hushes. A house for a view is a shed.
The other strategy is echo reading. Echo reading is
we practice, the better we get at something. Make sure your readers are reading at their independent reading level. If you don't know your child's reading level, reach out to your child's teacher. Have your child read at least 20 minutes a day independently. By reading independently, you are helping your child to build up fluency at their independent reading level. Create a reading area for your child. Make it a special place for them. Give your child a place where he or she can go to be comfortable while he or she reads. Fill the area with their own books. This will help to motivate your child to read. While it may not be the technical component of oral reading fluency, it does help to build an overall appreciation for reading. Practice understanding how pieces of words work, such as chunks, digraphs, and blends, how they are manipulated to make a new word. Read rhyming books together, clap out parts of words, create blending cards, or even use Play-Doh to create each part of the word. Finally, keep in touch with your child's teacher. Parent-teacher communication is a key element to student success, especially when it comes to reading, and especially during these times. Your child's teacher can share tools to engage your child and for use at home with your reader.